Here broadcasting from Thornberry Stadium on 8th grade night. So here is MTCS Cougars get ready to take on the Forrest Rockets.
And last week they had a big win, trying to get them to that extra game in the postseason, and it was a blowout. 34-0 over Community. Community wasn't getting anything done last week, offense, defense, special teams, and the Cougars were. And when you do the little things right, big plays will happen, and it showed last week.
That is exactly right. And we do have to mention one thing is, though it was a blowout, it was a very good game by the Cougars. It was not that, though I do believe that they played a team who they were much better than. It was not just a lack of play across from them. It was the Cougars really did perform that well. We saw them performing in all aspects of the game, and it really paid off for them, and it really showed the scoreboard at the end of the game. So tonight, a big district game here for the Cougars, getting ready to kick off. And also this is 8th grade night, so unless I'm mistaken, their last home game here. So this will be the last home game here for some of these 8th graders looking to get this district win and put them in a better position to move forward. And the win last week brought the Cougars to, I believe, 3-3.
500, 3-3, yes.
So looking to improve from there. So the Cougars take the field. Adjusting my mic here a little. And the Cougars will be kicking off to start the game.
Hope to get a quick 3-and-out and go up first here in this big district game.
That they do. So I think a big Cougar key here is definitely going to be getting out on top quick. Definitely getting firing on all cylinders from the first play. It's going to be very important for the Cougars. I know not 2 games ago, but 2 games ago from when we broadcasted, they had a really big game against Ezel. That, you know, they were having a great comeback, had a great last-minute play, scored the touchdown. Unfortunately, could not make the 2-point conversion to take it in overtime. But their biggest problem there was that they just did not start out playing well. They kind of turned it up in the second half, but by the end it was just too late. So the Cougars have got to get out on top here early and keep these Forrest Rockets on their heels from the first play.
They fake the onside kick, trying to get Forrest on their heels, which Forrest is a much better team than Community, so we should have a good game. And a decent kickoff to start 8th grade night for these Cougars.
Oh,
and
big hole here for this.
He's got a scene, and he fumbled it, and the Forrest recovers inside Cougar territory, inside the 35-yard line, about the 34. So a big bullet dodge by Forrest on that fumble, and for a second there, I thought he was going to score. But great hustle by the Cougars, got him down, and now hopefully they can stop their momentum now.
Yep, very big return here for this Rocket offense, putting them in great field position here for the opening drive tonight. They saw a very good job by their front line. Cougars are really going to have to work on that coverage there. Cannot give them that kind of opportunity again.
So I formation for the Forrest Rockets, and it's a fake keep by the quarterback, and he gets a reasonable gain, about 8-9 yards. And looks like the Cougars just got pushed back on that play.
It did. There was no real major hole that the quarterback broke through. It looked like the entire kind of front line just moved backwards. So this will bring up about 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Very good gain there on first down for the Rockets. Cougars going to have to stop that.
Looks like same formation, just flipped for the Forrest Rockets. And it's a handoff to number 26, the running back, and he's stopped for a short gain, but it will move the chain, so first down Forrest inside the 25-yard line. And they're getting a nice drive going. If they can score, the Cougars are going to have to play catch-up.
They are. And really we see so far, though only 2 plays here in this opening drive, that Forrest has pretty much just overloaded the box and just tried to run it right up the gut, and so far been successful. So now out in the same formation, just flipped.
Fumble snap, trying to make something out of nothing, and he does. Only gets a couple, maybe even 5 yards. Cougars had him in the backfield. They just couldn't corral him in time, and they went outside, and that gave the quarterback an opportunity to sneak right up the middle.
So we'll call this 2nd and 5 after a game. So far, the Cougars have really only seen the same play 3 different times. They've yet to be able to stop it for any less than a 5-yard gain.
But don't be surprised if Forrest tries to sweep it out, since they've been 3 straight plays up the gut. Don't be surprised if they sweep it outside to try to get the Cougars off guard. So same formation, I formation. There's a sweep, but the Cougars contain it well, and there is a flag. There might be a holding, but the Cougars weren't caught off guard, and great job by the defensive end to get outside, contain the runner, tackle him in the backfield for a loss.
So we'll call it no gain on the play. Have to see what this flag is.
And it is on the offense. I think they caught the left tackle, the block in the back.
Holding is a penalty. 10 yards from the
So
foul.
that moves them back even further. So the Cougars trying to build some momentum on defense and stop this Forrest drive.
So we'll call it 2nd and 18 here for this Rocket offense.
Same I formation. And that time he's not going anywhere. Tried the fake handoff quarterback keep. He wasn't going anywhere. For the past couple times, he's getting a reasonable gain.
So we'll call that a loss of 1, bringing up a 3rd and 19.
That penalty really helped the Cougars, and hopefully they can stop them on this play and force a punt unless Forrest goes for it.
And this very well be within the territory for these Forrest team to go for it.
Oh, nice hit by Joseph Peck after a gain of about 5-6 yards. At first, the running back had a big scene, and great pursuit by the safety, Joseph Peck, and he lays the wood on him.
So this will bring up 4th and 13.
Brings up a 4th down and about 14 yards to go.
And it looks like Forrest will be going for it. In the I formation, kind of a weird formation for a 4th and 13. But it's a quarterback keep, and he's tackled immediately.
Number 3 on the carry. Stopped in the back.
Great job by the Cougar defensive end. He came back there in a hurry, and he wasn't stopping. Nobody was stopping him. He gets their quarterback. Cougars stop the drive. They get the ball. Great stand by the defense right there.
So now this will bring up a 1st and 10 for this Cougar opening drive on their own 25-yard line. So the Cougars looking to put together a good opening drive. Hopefully put 7 on the board and let the Rockets play catch up.
7 points on the board if they have a kicker. But as
you are correct. More likely 8 points on the board. I would be very surprised to see an extra point kick
deep
attempt.
pass to Joseph Peck, and it's intercepted at midfield. Oh, about their own 49. Great job by the Forrest safety. They try to go to Joseph on the fly route, and great coverage by the safety, helping his corner out, getting over the top, and the quarterback should have threw it to his back shoulder, throws it to his inside shoulder, and that gave the safety to make a break on the ball, make the pick, and now they get the ball back only after one Cougar offensive play.
So the Cougars definitely with a big lost opportunity there after a good stop. So now this will bring up a Rocket 1st and 10.
And quarterback keep. And he stopped for about a gain of 4 yards.
Most of that 4 came after the initial hit when he was actually driven forward. So we'll call this a 2nd and 6.
It would have been a nice hit if he was driven backwards, but sometimes your momentum is carried forward and you just got to deal with what you just dealt with. So it's 2nd and 6 for Forrest. I formation. Handoff outside. He's got room to run, but quickly stopped by a crowd of Cougars, and looks like he may be just short of the first. Depends on where they spot the ball.
Brings up 3rd down.
Be third. They actually might. I think they should measure this one, but he might be. I think it is a yard short. It is. So 3rd and 1.
So we'll call this 3rd and 1 here for this Forrest team. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter here at Thornberry Stadium.
And it's the same play opposite side. Great hit. But the running back did get the first down. Sorry, people, if we're not accurate. We don't have any tick marks to tell you the exact position of the ball. But it is a first down for the Forrest Rockets.
So the Cougar defense, after a little trouble starting off, a few broken plays at the very beginning, especially a kickoff, which was not covered real well. They have really stepped it up here.
And Forrest with their first pass play, and it's incomplete. It was a short and underthrown ball to their intended receiver, and the Cougar defender almost picked it off. It was a great effort, but underthrown, and it's 2nd and 10 for Forrest. With just about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. It is still 0-0. So new formation. You got 2 wide receivers to each side, 1 back in the backfield. Motion. Fumble snap, and they're quickly to get back on it. So no gain. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Forrest Rockets.
So the Cougars with a big opportunity here to make the stop, get the ball back in their hands. Their first offensive possession, resulting in an interception on the very first play. So we'll see if they can't get a stop and put something a little better than that together.
Caven Hill was a quarterback on that play for the Cougars when they threw the pick. So Joseph Peck is usually taking 95% of the snaps at quarterback, maybe even 98%. But they try to do something different, and it cost them. And Forrest now has the ball at 3rd and 11. There is a flag. Confusion on the Forrest Rocket wide receivers as they try to do a double motion, which is illegal in this league. And there is a timeout for Forrest. So it will be 3rd and 16 after the timeout. And it's 0-0 with 1:14 left in the first quarter. Cougars defense doing all the work for them right now. Well, I guess the penalty did not count since Forrest called a timeout. They haven't waved it off or anything. But they're not moving the ball back. So I don't know what they're doing. But junior high refs, you can't complain.
They may still be superior to the NFL replacement refs. Have to give them that.
Might be just a little better.
They very well may be.
So it was a full timeout by Forrest as both teams still talking it over. The Cougars defense, first one to make it out onto the field.
So with a minute 14 left to play here in the first quarter at Thornberry Stadium, both teams take the field.
Correction, Forrest called timeout before the penalty.
So Forrest here with a 3rd and 11.
We got two receivers to each side. And it is a pass, and receiver wide open. He gets a great gain. Fumble, but
Fumble on the play.
the ref rolled him down. So a great gain. Tough break for the Cougars, hoping to get that stop, get the offense back on the field, get the defense rest. Instead, a big pass play, just a little 5-yard slant that turns into a 21-yard gain. 22-yard gain. So great call by Forrest. Gets them down almost inside to the red zone.
So Forrest here with 1st and 10. With 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
They're in the I formation. And it's a handoff to the running back. And he's stopped instantly as he tries to go past the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1.
We'll call that a gain of 1. Bring up 2nd and 9 for this Forrest offense.
Initial hit by number 56, Jackson Arnett, followed up by the rest of the
Forrest, they weren't really getting anything going with maybe a couple average size runs, but that pass play, that was their biggest play of the night.
It sure was.
And it looks like they're going to wait and let this clock run down. And that's the end of the first quarter as Forrest has the ball on the Cougars 21. It's 2nd and 9. It's 0-0 after 1. And the Cougars, 1 offensive play, 1 interception for that offensive play. And it's their defense that's doing all the work for them. Forrest had about 7 minutes, 50 seconds of time of possession. And the Cougars, they have to get something on offense if they want to win this game. They can't rely on their defense every time.
They sure do. Cougars really got to step it up here in this second quarter. Cougars defense really needing a stop right here, needing to get that ball back in the hands of their offense, see if they can't get something together. Like I said, Forrest really with the ball in their hands that entire quarter, with the exception of 1 play, an interception by the Cougar offense. So Cougars have really got to get something going. We have seen some bright spots here with this defense, holding together well under so much pressure. But after that big pass play by Forrest,
just a couple plays ago,
they are nearly in the red zone, and the Cougar defense is really going to have to step it up right here.
I mean, the defense, they've made some great tackles in the backfield, but that one, just a couple big plays, average plays, can set up you in great field position like it has with Forrest. So as they break the huddle, they're going to go in the I formation. It's been working for them. They've had a couple bobbled snaps, but it hasn't hurt them much. Handoff, fumble. There's a fumble on the field. And the Cougars got it. Great break by the Cougars. They get the ball back. Hopefully not turning the ball over this time. So the first play of the second quarter, Forrest turns the ball over. It was just a simple handoff, and the fullback could not hold on to it. And Cougars got the ball back.
So the Cougars with a huge break right there. We see some kind of ball control and some different just kind of mesh points with the quarterback and the running back, having some real trouble here for this Forrest offense, and it's definitely paid off here for the Cougars. So the Cougars offense takes the field for only the second time tonight, and this will actually only be their second play on offense of the game.
And they're in the shotgun formation with 2 running backs. Looks like they're going to be running the option. Joseph Peck keeps it. He cuts it back. He's got a seam, and he could be gone. The Forrest safety trying to get an angle. He's not going to get the angle, and touchdown Cougars. Wow, what a play by Joseph Peck. Those are the plays he can make, and he is really great at making those plays.
He sure is, and this is actually the first play that the Cougars have put the ball into 8th grader Joseph Peck's hands. We see the first play of the game, a pass made by Caven Hill, I believe, to Joseph. That was intercepted, and here the first play with Joseph back at his usual spot of quarterback, and we see a Cougar touchdown here with only 7:35 to play in the first half.
He made the exact same play last week. He ran to the sideline, acting like he was going to get tackled, and then he cuts it back around the defense and takes it to the house. Great play. They're going to go for 2. Throws it wide open. He catches it, and it's 8-0 Cougars with 7:35 here in the second quarter at Throneberry Stadium.
So the Cougars really picking it up here after the big break of a Forrest fumble, picking that up about their own 20-yard line. And the single play, Joseph Peck with that huge touchdown. Now the Cougars up by 8. And I have to say they're probably feeling pretty comfortable right now.
A lot of momentum on that fumble. The momentum carried them into the end zone the very next play for the offense. So it's 8-0, and they're going to kick the ball off to Forrest. And hopefully, well, Forrest is hopefully thinking, we got to tie this thing up before it gets out of hand. So 1 turnover for both offenses.
So the Cougars with only 2 plays and 2 drives, each drive consisting of only a single play, and them being, well, polar opposites. One an interception, the other an extremely long touchdown.
It was around an 83-yard run.
Give her a bunch of money so she can go buy something.
Just a great effort by Joseph Peck, trying to extend the play, and he extended it very well into the end zone. Cougars getting ready to kick off. Another fake onside kick, but Forrest doesn't budge. So now we get ready to kick off. And there's the kickoff. And it may be going out of bounds. No, he saved it at about the 33-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Forrest. With 7:30 left here in the first half. It's 8-0 Cougars over the Rockets. And Cougars really hoping to get this district win, extending 1 extra game into the postseason. They are 3-3 right now, hoping to go above 500 tonight. So Forrest comes out with 2 wideouts to each side, 1 running back. There's a motion. Now we got trips to the right, and it's a handoff to the running back, and he is stopped before he even gets a yard. So no gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 Forrest.
Tackle on the play by number 65, Matthew Swift.
So great push by the Cougars defensive line. They tackled the ball carrier before he gets to the line of scrimmage. And it forces a 2nd and 11 actually at their own 32-yard line. Same formation for the Rockets. 2 wideouts each side. And there's another motion, but it's actually a sweep. And he is tackled for about a gain of 1, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 Forrest. Hey, actually gained 2 yards, 3rd and 9. He took the initial hit, and it carried him 2 yards, so Cougars hopefully getting 2 stops right here, get the ball back, maybe go up 2 possessions. That would really help their chances to win this game.
It sure would, Ty. So here with only 6 minutes left to play, here in the first half.
Forrest goes back to the I formation. Quarterback keeper. And that play was going nowhere. No gain. Great job by the Cougars defense. 4th and 9.
Brings up 4th down and about 8 yards to go.
And do you know if Forrest has a punter? Because I don't, because it looks like they're going for it.
I do not think so. I have heard reports that they have not punted a single time this year. Whether or not that is true, I do not know. But it does appear.
Bad snap. And there is a punt to Joseph Peck. He could do a lot of damage. Then a really good gain on that one. He takes it inside the Force 45, almost down to the 40. So we'll call it the 42-yard line with no tick marks. We're not that accurate tonight.
We are not. So Cougars here with great field position. 5 minutes left in the half. So we're getting ready for the 3rd Cougar drive and only the 3rd Cougar offensive play.
With 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. They run a lot of screens in this formation we've seen in the past. A lot of quick, short, choppy passes. And it's a rollout. Throws it back across the field. And it's incomplete.
So this will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. First time tonight a Cougar drive has not ended with just a single play.
And we're under 5 minutes left in the first half. And it's still 8-0 MTCS Cougars over the Forrest Rockets. So ball on the 42-yard line still. It's 2nd and 10. Cougars hopefully to get some yards on this play. And hopefully a first down to keep the chains moving. So we got 3 receivers to the left now, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. It's like a rollout. And it's intercepted. Another interception for this Forrest defense.
Very questionable decision here
Tackle made by number 65.
to not throw that ball away.
He saw the defense coming, so he just threw it up there, and that was a bad play.
Sure was. So after the interception, this will bring up Forrest 1st and 10.
Ball on their own 40. They come out in the I formation. He's got a big seam, and he stopped after a decent hit by Joseph Peck, and it takes about a 9-yard gain, so they're going to be about 1 yard short of the first down marker. Trying to get the ball into Cougar territory again, where last time they turned it over.
So the Rockets definitely hoping for better success here on this drive.
Cougar defense has really stepped up, made some big plays, and hopefully they can get some more big plays. And there's a fumble. And they're going to rule him down when he picked it up. His knee hit the ground when he was picking it up. So, 3rd and 2 for the Forrest Rockets. And that's happened about 3 to 4 other times tonight. They really got to fix that problem because they're losing opportunity to get more yards. They should have more yards than they should. With 3 to 4 bobbled snaps, you can't have that in a district game.
You are very right, Ty.
A handoff, outside handoff. He's got the first down and more. And finally brought down by Joseph Pegg, almost inside the Cougar 40. So they're about the 41-yard line of the Cougars. About a 10 to 11-yard gain. Great call by the Forrest Rockets. Great blocking. It gets them the first down. And the Cougars really hoping to get the defensive stop and get the ball back. Because turnovers are killing them right now. They got 2 turnovers, but luckily Forrest has not converted on those turnovers. So Forrest comes out in the I formation. Another handoff. And this time he's met at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 Forrest. Great push by the Cougar defense again. They've gotten pushes. They get in the back where they tackle. And then 2 plays ago, they led a big run to extend the Forrest drive.
They have. Cougars definitely doing a great job here on defense. Here with just over 2 minutes left to play in the first half.
High formation look again for the Forest. This is their main offensive formation. Another slant. It worked last time. This time it's incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Forrest Rockets. But they have had pretty good success on 3rd down tonight. So the Cougars hopefully again trying to stop this drive. Let's see if they can do it. High formation once again for the Forrest Rockets. 1 wide out to the right. And it's a handoff. He got some really good yards on that one. That might be a first down. It takes them to the Cougar 31. So it is a first down. Cougars, man, they were hoping to get that stop. And the offensive line had a great push, made a hole, running back ran through it hard, and he got the first down. The little things, if you block, run hard, you get yards.
It's very true.
High formation again, and it's a fumble. But he's down. His knee was down again when he was trying to pick it up. So they will lose about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Results in a loss of about 4 yards. 2nd down.
That quarterback has to do something because he is not holding on to that ball really well. He's fumbled it about 5-6 times already. Luckily, hasn't turned it over. The fullback has turned it over on a fumble, but the quarterback has not. Running back gets the handoff. He's had a good, decent night so far, and that's about a 7-yard gain. He's running all over the Cougar defense right now. And it is a timeout for us with 57 seconds left in the first half. It's 8-0 Cougars.
So the Cougars really need to make a stop right here. Really need to hold tough these last 57 seconds. Keep these Forrest Rockets out of the end zone and go into halftime with an 8-0 lead.
But by the way this drive is looking, I think Forrest will be able to score if they keep the same tempo, keep the same mentality on this drive. They will score because the Cougars defense hasn't had really an answer to stop their run tonight. And Forrest, they've only passed it 3 times, and 1 was a really great gain. But I think they're going to try to stick with the run on this drive and cap it off with a touchdown. And they're hoping for a 2-point conversion to tie this game up going into halftime. So Forrest makes their way back onto the field. So does the Cougar defense. So it's 3rd and 7 for the Forrest Rockets. They converted their last 2 third downs, and both of them were 3rd and longs, just like this one. 2 wideouts for the Rockets. They're going to throw it, and it's underthrown again. So it's 4th and 7 for the Rockets. They're inside the Cougar 30 at the 27.
7 yards to go.
They have converted a 4th down tonight, though. Well, let's hope the Cougars can stop them, get the ball back, and maybe run out this clock before they turn it over again.
Y'all want to get home, aren't you?
Well, no, that's what they'll tell you.
Okay.
The officials come over.
That's fine.
So the Cougars are going to get a stop here with 52 seconds left to play in the half.
Forrest comes out in the I formation. Once again, it's a handoff. Trying to get the first down. He's going to be short.
Ball goes over on down.
So about a
First down, Cougars.
2-3 yard gain. Cougars stop him short of the first down. They get the ball back. It's 45 seconds left until halftime. Cougars have the ball on their own 24-yard line. Last time they were in this position, they took a bad situation into an 80-yard touchdown run by Joseph Peck. So maybe they could see a same result. But since they kicked it off, I think you run out the clock, get the ball back, and try to score right after halftime.
Have to agree with you there, Ty.
So 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left for the Cougars. They're in the shotgun. They're going to run the option. Last time they ran it, it was a touchdown. And he's got
flag on the play.
He's got some running room. He cuts it back. He's going to score, I think. A great block downfield, but there is a flag, and it looks like it's going to be blocking the back. And that, wow, that's going to really hurt him. And like I said, they tried to turn into a bad situation to a great situation, but unfortunately, there's a penalty on the field. There will be a block in the back. Or hold, one of the two. The refs trying to sort it out. And the penalty really plagued them on that play. There's a great chance to go up 2 possessions into the half, as they wasted a lot of time on that play with that penalty. It's really going to hurt them. They're going to put them inside their own 20-yard line.
Holding against the Cougars.
So it is a holding, not a block in the back.
Repeat first down.
So the Cougars are the 1st and 14 here. Only 27 seconds left to play.
Maybe they'll see a same result, but Joseph Peck, he's probably really gassed by now after that long run called back.
I would say so.
So you got 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left, shotgun formation for the Cougars.
Flags on
Another
the play.
flag. Will it be an encroachment, offsides, or a false start? And it will be an encroachment offside penalty against Forrest. So they gain 5 yards back, and it's going to be first and about 11, 1st and 12 for the Cougars. So they're going to stick with the same formation. There's like an option. Reverse. Great call. He's on his feet, still on his feet. And he's finally brought down after about a gain of 5-6 yards. I thought he had something, but great job by Forrest. They didn't really make the tackle, but they hit him enough to slow him down. And finally, the backside pursuit came up and tackled the running back on that one.
So the Cougars take their first of 3 timeouts. Here with only 15 seconds left.
Hoping to maybe break another big run for a touchdown, as there should only be about 3 to 4 plays left in this first half. It's 8-0 Cougars over the Forrest Rockets.
And it sure looked like to me, Ty, that runner on the last play on that reverse, cut it up just a little too early, got in the way of Forrest's corner, who slowed him up just enough for the rest of his team to pursue and run down the ball carrier. So I'm sure he wished he had that one back.
Because it looked like he had really nice room to run outside, but thinking too much will get you only a couple yards.
It sure will.
So the Cougars take the field, and Forrest takes the field. And the Cougars have two receivers each side in the shotgun formation, with one running back beside the quarterback. One safety back for Forrest, and it's a quarterback draw for Joseph. He gets the first down and a little more, and that will stop the clock.
Joseph Peck on the carry.
With 7 seconds left, he gets about a 10 to 11-yard gain.
Timeout. Cougars.
So they push the ball up to about the 41-yard line, their own 40-yard line,
So Cougars
41-yard line.
take a timeout. That is their second timeout. They have one remaining here left in the half.
Right now, it's either you score on this play or you just run the play to get stats. And Cougars really doing a great job on the running game, as 2 pass attempts gives them 2 turnovers through the air. 2 interceptions by this Forrest defense, as they're doing good covering these receivers, making a break on the ball. And when that happens, you will get interceptions.
You sure will.
And both teams make their way back onto the field. We'll be ready. Well, it looks like to be the last play of the half, unless it's an incomplete pass. So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Cougars. They're in the shotgun formation. There's the snap. And it's a quarterback keeper. He's got room to run. And he could score, actually, if... Can he get the angle? No, he can't. It's a touchdown on the last play of the half. Wow. Great job by Joseph Peck. He's doing it all tonight for their Cougar offense.
He sure is. You see some of that really amazing speed by Joseph Peck. He finds the smallest hole, breaks it out. After really only making about 2 Forrest defenders miss, no one else could keep up with him.
Once he took the snap, it's like he shot out of a cannon. He was gone. He broke a tackle, and by that, I knew no one else would catch him, and you just saw that speed right there. Great job. Hoping to go up 16-0, as that was the last play of the half. If you just missed it, what a run by Joseph Peck. So they're in the I formation. Play action. And they got it. 16-0 Cougars as they go into halftime. Great catch by Mason McDonald as a diving effort. It got him the 2 points. So we'll be back here shortly. This is Ty Hageman and Carl Mathis on 8th grade night here at Throneberry Stadium. And we're back. I'm Ty Hageman. This is Carl Mathis. And a pretty good district game going on right now. But the scoreboard is Cougars 16, Forrest nothing. And the Cougars, just 2 really big runs help them get those points. And Forrest really hasn't had an answer. They've had some drives but have stalled out, either a turnover or turnover on downs.
So Cougars doing a really great job both sides of the ball here tonight. Getting ready to receive. Looking to put even more points on the board here on 8th grade night at Throneberry Stadium.
And this would be a huge district win for this Cougar team.
It sure would be.
As both teams make the field, Forrest kicking off. As Carl just mentioned, Cougars receiving the ball. Hopefully to go up 3 possessions. And Forrest hoping to stop him before it gets out of hand. And both teams have given the ball up. Forrest has given the ball up twice. Cougars twice. Cougars passing game hurt them. 2 picks for their offense. And onside kick that doesn't even work. I don't know where the special teams was, but it wasn't near the ball. I know that. And the Cougars fall on it about their own 41-yard line. Decent field position for the Cougars as they take the field.
So Cougars get ready to get this drive started off. Looking to go up 3 possessions on the Forrest Rockets.
I formation, as we've seen in the first half there in the shotgun, but they're going to try something new. Handoff to Taylor Gardner, and he has a huge hole. He cuts it back and gets a few extra yards, and he's almost inside the Forrest 25-yard line. So he's down to the 26 of the Forrest Rockets. So really great run for the Cougars on that one. So they're back to the I formation again. They tried the fake, and Joseph was tackled immediately. So great job by the push of the defensive line of Forrest. They got in there and tackled Joseph for about a loss of 3 yards.
So Cougars getting ready for 2nd and 14.
Still I formation. Hand off to the running back. He tries to break a tackle. And I think he lost a yard, maybe a no gain. Or did they give him forward progress?
I'll say he lost a yard. This will bring up 3rd and 15.
I thought he'd at least gain a yard for forward progress, but like I've mentioned, it's junior high refs. So I formation again. Fake. He outruns the corner, and it looks like he's going to run it. And he gets about a 6-yard gain, 7-yard gain. So it's going to be about 4th and 8, 4th and 7. Decent run for Joseph, as he was almost sacked in the backfield, and that would have been a big loss, but he avoids the Forrest defender, and he makes something out of nothing.
He sure does.
So it was actually a 6-yard gain. Inside the Forrest 25 at the 24. It's 4th and 8, and they're going to go for it. Shotgun formation. It worked in the past. Why not run it some more? But that time it did not work for them, and they turned the ball over on downs as Forrest gets the ball back at their own 25-yard line. We're about 5.5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. The score is still Cougars 16, Forrest nothing, as Forrest trying to get something on offense to get in the end zone to put some points on the board. So the Cougars defense, they forced some turnovers or turnover on downs, but Forrest, if they're in a third down situation, they've been doing a really good job of getting the first down. And
they sure have.
It's been on 3rd and long too. As the Cougars trying to stop it on 3rd down, they just can't. Now big run by the Forrest running back. Tries to cut it up, but Joseph makes a touchdown-saving tackle at the legs. But it will be a first down, as Forrest running back has had a decent night. He's getting some really good runs. He's getting a couple first downs for this Forrest offense to keep the drive alive.
He sure has.
So, again, with the I formation for the Forrest Rockets, I'm going to try the same play. And this time he only gets about 3 yards as the Cougars finally get him down to the ground. It'll be about 2nd and 7 for this Forrest offense. As they break the huddle, they're going to come out in the I formation again. An all-out blitz for the Cougars, but they still can't stop him as he gets a gain about 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 for this Forrest offense. And then another 3rd down for Forrest to see if they cannot convert yet again. And the Cougars trying to stop this 3rd down. They haven't really stopped it tonight. So Forrest comes out in the I formation yet again, like they have this drive. And another first down on 3rd down for Forrest. That was for about 6 yards.
Forrest has definitely had an extremely high 3rd down completion rate here tonight. And it has really caused them to keep some drives moving. Luckily they have, so far in this game, sputtered each time with either a few blown plays or a fumble. So we should see if that pattern continues.
Another handoff to the running back, who gets about a yard. So it's going to be about 2nd and 9. They're not really getting much yardage on 1st and 2nd down. It's really the 3rd down plays that are hurting the Cougars.
It sure is.
As they break the huddle, timeout. Looks like official timeout as the Cougar is tying his shoe. Cougars trying to stop this drive. They just can't. Forrest with some really nice runs this drive. And that one might be on the offense for a false start.
Believe it will be.
Try to get the Cougars on a hard count. It worked. It's just that their own offensive line moved, and the refs always call that one on the offense. So it's going to be about 2nd and 14. But Forrest, I wouldn't be worried because they've had success on long down plays. They take the snap, hand off to the fullback, and he gets about 3 yards.
Hand off to the fullback, number 33, Billy Clanton.
So that will take him to about the 50, yard line, Cougar 49. It's going to be about 3rd and 11. And hopefully the Cougars can stop this 3rd down, as they couldn't stop the previous 3rd downs. So high formation with Forrest Rockets as they break the huddle. And it's a handoff. And he's stopped for about a gain of 6 yards. So it's going to be about 4th and 5 with 1.5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. They push it into Cougar territory. So actually going to be about a gain of 5. So it's going to be about 4th and 7 actually.
So we've seen this game really fly by. A lot of time eaten up by this Forrest offense.
They just can't put the points on the board.
They cannot. So here with under a minute left to play in the 3rd quarter.
And it's a fumble, but they fall on it. They've had a handful of those plays, and you can't have those plays, especially on 4th down, because the Cougars now had the ball back. And they've had about six to 8 of those plays, and when you gain nothing on a down, it really can hurt you, like it did there as they gave the ball back to the Cougars. Cougars trying to go up 3 possessions as they had a nice drive going into Forrest territory last drive, but turned it over on downs. So they're hoping for a different result here. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. It's a pass, a little swing, and he gets about 7 yards. It's going to be about 2nd and 3. So about their 3rd or 4th pass attempt is a complete pass to the offense, as the previous 2 were intercepted. So we're going to have 3 wideouts to the left for the Cougars, 1 to the right as they're in the shotgun formation. Has really worked in their favor this game. And they did run some I formation last drive, which capped off a big run by the running back. A screen pass to Caven Hill, trying to get the first. He's got the first in more, and he's run out of bounds at about the 30, just before the 30-yard line, so about the 33-yard line of Forrest. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter, with your Cougars on top, 16-0 over the Forrest Rockets. As we begin this 4th quarter, Cougars really hoping to win on 8th grade night. So really just running plays for both teams just took time off the clock in the 3rd quarter. We really didn't see anything big except this last play and a really great run last shot by the Cougars.
So the Cougars really doing well on both sides of the ball, but I have to say their defense has definitely been exemplary tonight. We've seen a lot of time of possession by this Forrest offense. Not only that, we've seen a lot of good drives put together. We've seen a lot of converted 3rd downs, but the Cougar defense has been able to hold strong, has been able to keep it together, and so far has made every stop.
If you can prevent points, you will win the game. So the Cougars entering this 4th quarter, their mindset is, let's take a bunch of time off the clock, hopefully score, go up at least 22-0, possibly even 24-0 with the conversion of a 2-point conversion. And I think if they can score one more time, this game could be potentially over.
I have to agree with you there. So both teams taking the field to get ready to stop this 4th quarter here at Throneberry Stadium.
Shotgun formation, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. This formation has worked in the past with a touchdown run by Joseph Peck back in the first half. Throws it deep to Taylor Gardner. He's caught it. Touchdown. What a play by Joseph Peck. But there is a flag on the play. It will be on the offense. What a play by Joseph Peck. But it was an ineligible receiver. Man, he avoided 2 defenders and yet still threw the ball up. And a great job avoiding the defender. Great job of the receiver catching it, but unfortunately played with a penalty. And with an ineligible receiver downfield, that will be a loss of down. So it will be 2nd and 15 for the Cougars. And man, that really hurt them. Going up 3 possessions, that would have been huge.
Referee showing 1st and 15.
Should be 2nd.
So not sure about the call there.
Ineligible receiver should be a loss of downs. That's what it says in the rule book. A quarterback keeper. And he's run out of bounds for about a 3-4 yard gain. So it will be 2nd down. So these refs aren't going by the rule book. And that could potentially be in the Cougars' advantage. So it's 2nd and 12 for the Cougar offense. With 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Quick pass. It is caught. Great diving catch by the wideout. It will get him a decent gain. Does that look like the same play on the touchdown that was called back, except he didn't throw the deep route, he threw the slant, and it got him about 6 yards. So it will be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Same formation for the Cougars. Like there's no safety for the Force as they come with the heat. And a quarterback keeper for Joseph. Great block downfield. And he gets a 1st down. I think if he would have cut it outside, though, the receiver would have had the block a little longer, and he actually could be in the end zone. But great play by Joseph. Gets upfield and a great gain for a 1st down, and Force player is hurt. And he's not moving. He's not moving very much. Hopefully this injury isn't too serious. This is a thing we don't like to see in football for either team, a player getting hurt. And we're just under 7 minutes here left in regulation. It's 16-0 Cougars over the Forrest Rockets. As both teams' trainers are out on the field trying to identify what the injury is. Although we don't have the sideline reporters for junior high games, so we can't tell you an injury update, but that's the thing we have to live with. Cougars with a nice drive, trying to score. They go up 3 possessions. I think this is in the books.
I have to agree with you there. Cougars really doing a great job extending this drive here and eating time off the clock.
And if I'm the Cougar defense, I'm not really too worried about this Force offense. Even though they've gotten really good games, they haven't scored in. Good sign there as he walks up, and he looks like he's walking off the field under his own power. So we will resume play now.
Number 51, Gavin Adams, injured on the play.
So the Cougars here with the 1st and 10.
In the red zone, just outside the 15-yard line. of the Forrest Rockets. So shotgun formation. 1 wide out to the right, 3 to the left. Roll out, throw in the end zone, wide open, touchdown Cougars. Great call there on the pass. I have no clue where the safety was. He wasn't playing his position on that one. Neither was the corners. As really Joseph could have thrown it to any receiver because they all blew by the defense. But it's 22-0 Cougars with 6.5 minutes left in regulation. They're going to try to go up here 24-0. And I think it's safe to say next time they're on offense, they could put in the substitutes, risking injury from the starters.
Have to agree.
Play action. Nowhere to go, so he just throws it up in the air and it's intercepted.
Flag on the play.
Flags on the play. Pass intended to number 61, Spencer Templeton.
Joseph did that in the first half, and it resulted in the same thing, interception. Sometimes you just have to take the sack.
He was a wide receiver.
Sometimes you just have to take the sack instead of forcing a turnover. But luckily that doesn't count as a turnover on 2-point conversions, as the Cougars are going to kick the ball off to Forrest. Hopefully get a defensive stop, and maybe Forrest can run out some clock and the Cougars get the ball back and they finish out the game on with the offense. So great drive there, which started back in their own territory, but big plays get you in the end zone, and that's what happened on this last drive we just saw. Great pass, great catch. It gives you 6 points.
That it does.
Forrest ready to receive the kickoff from the Cougars, as they've had some decent returns. On the opening kickoff, they took it down. They just couldn't score. A penalty plagued them on the first drive, and then they really couldn't answer then. They haven't answered all game. Cougars fake another onside kick, which I don't know why they're doing that at this point, but it's the coach's call, not mine. Cougars now kick it deep. Number 3, who had the big return, he dropped the kickoff, and this time he is dropped. What a hit by number 42 for the Cougars.
Tackled by number 42, Parker Bates.
His name is actually Parker Bates. Great hit. Number 3 misses the initial tackle with a great coverage by the special teams. They make the solid hit and force the Rockets to make a long drive, which they're hoping to score. They haven't done anything all game except make some big runs and get stats and kill time off the clock. They break the huddle in the I formation. That's been their main formation of the game. Hand off to the running back. He's had a decent game as he gets a really good gain there. So that will be a first down, another first down for this running back. This running back has really done all the work for this Forrest offense. He just hasn't seen the end zone tonight. As we're closing in on 6 minutes left in regulation, the score is MTCS Cougars 22, Forrest Rockets nothing here at Thornberry Stadium on 8th grade night. High formation for the Rockets. It's a sweep, cuts it inside, breaks the tackle, and I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure. Either be 2nd and 11 or 2nd and 10.
Number 48, Walker Compton. Number 44, Grant Pickard on the stop.
So we'll call it no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10.
As that clock continues to run, I think Forrest would want to hurry up, maybe get some points on the board. That's why I'm not their coach. So, I formation. Another handoff to the running back, number 26. He gets about a gain, so it's going to be about 3rd and 9.
26 on the carry, stopped by number 89, Mason McDonald.
So the short gain there, bring up, we'll call it 3rd and 8.
But Forrest, they've had some really good success tonight on 3rd down, as the Cougars were hoping to get stops, but they just couldn't, even in the second half and the first half. But they have forced some turnover on downs, and it has helped them throughout the stretch of this game. So I formation again for Forrest. Another handoff. He gets about 4 yards on that one, on that run. So it's going to be about 4th and 4. 4th and 3 for this Forrest offense with 4 minutes left in regulation.
Cougars definitely looking for the stop here. I think if they can get the stop right here, get the ball back into their offensive hands, they may be able to close the rest of this clock out with just their run game. We can put this one into the books.
Their run game has been a huge success, and it will be a false start on the Forrest offense. So it will push them back to a 4th and 9. Cougar defense really should be comfortable now that they, Forrest has to go a little further for the 1st down. As the clock continues to run, we're at 3.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Forrest breaks the huddle. They're going to come out in the I formation. And it will be a handoff. Trying to get a seam, but a great open field tackle to save the 1st down and possibly even more yards. And it will be a turnover on downs after a gain of about 4. So the Cougars get the ball back with 3:06 left here in the game. And they might be able just to run this clock all the way down to 0-0-0. Go home with a district win on 8th grade night. So this win will mean a lot to these 8th graders, as this is their last time playing junior high football. Looks like some of the subs are in for the Cougars. And it is a handoff. He gets about a yard with forward progress. That's going to be about 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10. He probably didn't even gain 1 yard. He actually lost a yard. These refs aren't going by forward progress. Actually, no gain. Ref can't make up his mind where to spot the ball. So 2nd and 10 for the Cougar offense. I formation. Handoff. Trying to break the tackle, can't, as he only gets about a yard, maybe 2. It will be 3rd and 9, 3rd and short 9, 3rd and a long 8. with 2 minutes to go in the game. Looks like they may be able to just run this clock down.
They may be able to do just that. So Cougars looking to finish this game out here. 3rd and 9.
Flag.
On the play.
Illegal substitution is the call.
It was illegal substitution for the Cougars, so we'll push them back even further to a 3rd and 14. Yeah, too many men on the field there. They're ready to hopefully finish this game off on offense. As they're in the I formation, ready to take the snap. A handoff to the running back. As he gets about a yard
Gain of about 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
yard or two. 2 yards. 3 yards. 2 yards. 2 yards. It has been confirmed. It's a 2-yard gain. So 4th and 12 as we're closing now it's a minute left in regulation. Pump formation for the Cougars as they still can't decide whether to line up or not. In fact, where to line up, but they get it settled. Joseph Peck gets a punt off. And a nice punt at that. Is inside the 5-yard line. Great punt. And that will pin them inside their own 5 for Forrest. With 38 seconds left in the game. Great win tonight for the Cougars.
Sure was. Really hoping the Cougars could hold on there and finish this out on offense. I'm afraid that we were going to see 3 Forrest timeouts burned very quickly. And unfortunately that will make this already over game just a little bit longer.
I don't know why teams do that when they're down 20 or more points, or in fact 2 possession games with this little time. But I guess they want their kids to get stats, which at this point is really useless since they can't even put points on the board. Gets a run play.
Number 26 on the carry. Initial hit by number 22, Justin Perigo.
So after a decent gain,
Darcy Starling.
gets in the first down, moves the chains. Is thankfully they're not calling timeout since they have some common sense on the opposite sideline.
My personal regards to the Forrest coach.
Hit in the backfield by number 48, Walker Compton. Results in a 2nd down.
And that will be the last play of the game.
And that will do us for us here at Throneberry Stadium.
On 8th grade night, the Cougars win 22-0 on just 3 really big plays, scoring on their 2nd offensive play of the game, and 2 huge runs, 70-plus yard runs, 2 70-plus yard runs by Joseph Peck. And he also threw a touchdown, but he also threw an interception. But can't look at the negatives on this game.
So we thank all of you at home for signing on here at Cougar TV. So the Cougars definitely get a big district win here. They will improve to 4-3 with a 22-0 victory over the Rockets. And again, we thank you for tuning in here to Cougar TV. Good night.